I'm very happy to be here in Sege in Addo West this afternoon. The decision to accept the invitation to speak at this event was not a difficult one, especially as it borders on one key sector of our economy, the private sector. For us in the New Patriotic Party, the party from which my government was born, the primacy of the private sector in the development of our national economy is fundamental. It is the very basis of our economic philosophy and has been so for the last 70-odd years. We have never wavered in our belief that given an enabling environment, the ingenuity and sense of enterprise of the Ghanaian will enable us to build a strong, powerful economy which will deliver a good, dignified standard of living to our people. The Electrochem salt mine is one such example of what governmental policy, backed by strong private sector participation, can achieve. Indeed, for some 54 years, successive governments have tried without success to harness the full value of the Songo Lagoon. I'm glad that under the government of Nana Addo Akufo Addo, the Songo Lagoon is being brought into full production for the benefit of the residents of Addo and the citizens of the entire nation. The man who's to receive the plaudits for the brilliance of what we are witnessing today is the courageous, excellent entrepreneur, Mr. Daniel Macaulay, a.k.a. Magdan. This is the first time in recent history that an indigenous Ghanaian businessman owns one of the biggest extractive industries in Ghana, in Africa. He's a shining example of what determination and perseverance can produce. Magdan, Aiko. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeche, in the run-up to the 2008 elections, I was startled by a news report which suggested that the Federal Republic of Nigeria was in the process of importing $2 billion worth of salt from Brazil. You can imagine the thoughts that were running through my mind. Think with me for a moment about the prospects of Ghana selling $2 billion worth of salt to Nigeria annually, and the ripple effects the sale of such a simple commodity, which Nigeria and indeed many other countries in West Africa import from other continents, can have on our economy. With its current ability to produce some 650,000 metric tons of salt per annum, and expanding its productive capacity to 1 million metric tons in 2024 and to 2 million metric tons by 2027, the Electrochem salt mine will be the biggest salt-producing facility in the entire continent of Africa. As an advocate for value addition activities since I came into office in 2017, evidenced in the implementation of the one district, one factory policy, I'm delighted that Electrochem is in the process of constructing a salt refinery in addition to a port not too far away from here for the purpose of exporting refined salt products to the wider African market. With Accra serving as the headquarters of the Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade Area, and I'm delighted that its brilliant Secretary General, Wamkene Meni, is here with us today. I'm confident that the expected revenues of some $1 billion to the company will be considerably surpassed. For a project of such magnitude to thrive, it will need the support and backing not only of government, but also of the chiefs and people of the community. To this end, I want to extend the appreciation of the government and people of Ghana to my good friend, the paramount chief of the Addo traditional area, Jeche Nene Abram Kabu Akwaku III, his chiefs, and to the people of Ada for the support you have given one of your own sons. It is a gesture that should be emulated by other traditional authorities across the country. Nene, Jeche, you have seen for yourself the development that this project is already bringing to Ada, the construction of the sports complex, interest-free loans to traders and businesswomen in Ada, construction of roads, introduction of a scholarship scheme, and the provision of potable water for the communities, clinics and schools in the catchment area. In addition to this, 11 pans per community have been provided by electricity for persons who are already in the salt business. This implies that some 998,000 bags of salt will be produced per year in communities within the catchment area of the lagoon, the revenue of which must be put to good use for the development of the communities. I've also taken note of the request by McDan in his speech requesting for the construction of some major road projects leading to the mine. I will put these requests before the Minister for Roads and Highways and ensure that he does his best to construct the roads. And I intend to take a personal interest in them. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I want to reiterate that not only is Ghana the best place for doing business in West Africa, but she's also the preferred destination for a perfect blend of mineral resource potential, stable regulatory environment, favorable fiscal regime, and socially responsive mining in Africa. In spite of our present challenges, I maintain that it is an exciting time to be in Ghana and do business in the country. The Akufo Addo government is determined to make Ghana an example of rapid economic growth within the context of a well-developed market economy, where the private sector does not only survive, but actually thrives. Accordingly, Jeche, ladies and gentlemen, I declare the Electrochem salt mine duly commissioned. God bless Electrochem salt mine and us all, and may God bless the people of Ada and our homeland Ghana, and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention.
We, as entrepreneurs in this country, must be brave in our humility to create the needed impact for our country. Because at the end of the day, we have nowhere to go. This is where we are born, and this is where we live, and this is where we have to invest, and this is where we have to make better. To revamp the Songo is a long journey, and it is done for the state of Ghana. And this is going to change this country, and this is going to change the Ada community as a whole. This is bringing serious economic benefits that the youth will enjoy. As we speak, we've employed 3,000 youth in this place. As we move to the Ada East, we are employing 3,000 more. By the end of this project, we're looking at employing about 7,000. If we build the port of Ada, we're employing 700 people. I have never seen a single project in this country that had been able to employ so much people. And I say thank you to Mr. President. Thank you to Nene Akwaku. Thank you for Nana Diki. Thank you for all the Queen Mothers and the Traditional Council. Our commitment to the environment, sustainability, and community development has been at the core of our journey. We have embraced this responsibility by sowing the seed of progress and have grown into abundant opportunity. Through interest-free loan to our ladies and our mothers, our sisters, our widows, just to start business in Adan, it is my greatest fulfillment, and to let the people of Adan know that this is just the beginning of good things to come. This year, we are going to do 650 metric tons of salt. By next year, we'll be doing 1 million metric tons of salt. By 2025, we'll be doing 2 million metric tons of salt. All we are asking the government to do for this project and to the people of Adan, to the country as a whole, is to give us 2 major roads. The road between Bonikope to Kodluedo. We are asking the government to connect the Adan West to the Adan East, so that when we produce the salt, we'll have easy access to the port. The last thing we want the government to do for us is to build a jetty. The jetty they send to Qatar, that is doing good to them. We need a jetty ride. It's 2 kilometers away from here. At the east of Adan, the Electrochem will build the port ourselves. And that is the promise. In conclusion, I want the president to know that this is the first phase of the project. The second phase, we're going to build a refinery. And the third phase, we are going to build a chlor-alkali plant. And after building the chlor-alkali plant, one thing we want to add to this part of the world, or this part of the country, is to build a chemical university. Because immediately we build a chemical university, we know that industrialization have started very strongly. I want to take this opportunity to thank some few people who had never been seen on this project. I want to thank Professor Agbeshinyale of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. I remember the first day I sent the application, Prof told me that you can do it, go and do it. Benai of the Mineral Resources, the former chairman here, Busumpra, Professor Ayisi of the Minerals Commission, and Asamoah Boateng, who prepared the contract document at Sege. Thank you very much. And to let you know, our first equity partners into this project is going to be MIF. And I remember when we spend what we have and we're getting dry, one bank came to our aid, that is EcoBank. They believe in this project and they understood this project. And EcoBank had been with us from day one. I say EcoBank, ICO. I want to take this opportunity to, Mr. President, by your permission, to congratulate one journalist who I see as a positive journalist, a journalist who asks questions before he gives a reportage. His name is Pakwesi Asare, who just won the BBC award, the Kwabena Dumor Award. He's going to leave us to the BBC, and I want him to understand that when he gets to the BBC, he shouldn't forget to show the good work of Ghana on their platform. So, Pakwesi Asare, I have a plaque for you. Where is he? I know this is a surprise to you. Where's Pakwesi Asare? Okay.
And the citation reads, he has over the years demonstrated professionalism in his work and his ability to conduct interviews with high-profile personalities, including businessmen and politicians, has set him apart. This is coming from the executive chairman of the Magdan Group of Companies on your receipt of the BBC Kwabena Dumor Award. Congratulations once again.
Say a word.
Thank you very much, Miss Dr. Daniel Macaulay, for this very big surprise. I wasn't expecting it. I was only told to come here and witness this August celebration. I'd like to thank the President and the ministers as well and everyone gathered here. I want to say a big thank you to you. It's an honor to be celebrated by the BBC as the first Ghanaian to win the BBC World News Komla Dumu Award. It's been 8 years coming, and we definitely had to do it, and I did it. Thank you, Ghana. Thanks for the celebration, and I promise to make Ghana proud as I journey to the BBC. I'd like to say a big thank you to my mother, who's been an inspiration all these years. She's here with me, and if she could just stand for us to acknowledge my mother. Thank you very much, madam, for everything that you've done for me. Thank you, Ghana. I appreciate you all. Thank you.